make it go!
I can't make it go if it won't go.
Poor little girl. She's going to be sitting out there in the middle of nowhere wondering what's happened.
Chalmers' places?
Not Chalmers, the embalmers.
Oh, there goes my brother Joe. He just joined the police force this spring. He really likes to show off.
Well, I'm going to help my grandmother run a new tourist home for the summer.
They turned that old place into a tourist home? I don't think you'd catch me staying there. I mean, well, you know.
Yes, I did. But that old truck wouldn't start. I've been in there phoning a neighbor to see if he could come and pick you up.
Oh, it's okay. Rick gave me a lift.
Well, thank goodness. I was so worried. You're one of the Yates boys, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
You all grow up so quickly. I don't know who's who anymore.
Here, let me help you with
No. That's quite all right, young man. I'm perfectly capable. Thank you very much for your help. Bye-bye.
Bye, Rick. Thanks. See you.
This was your mother's room. A long time ago. I just as well know, dear. I'm not too pleased about opening my home to strangers. I know your granddad wouldn't approve. He was such a private person.
Well, under the circumstances, he'd understand, Grandma.
Oh, I don't know. He was such a proud man. Oh, he was a fine gentleman. He was an outstanding man in the community. Religious, too.
Whatever happened to him, Grandma?
Mom
just never gives me any straight answer.
Well, there aren't any answers, dear. He just disappeared one day. It's as if he vanished into thin air.
But...
And now I'm forced to make this big old house into a tourist home or give it up. I could never think of doing that.
Now, don't you worry. You and I are going to make $1 million this summer. That's why I'm here.
Well, I don't know.
Who's that man, Grandma?
That's Billy Hibbs. That's your granddad's helper. Caretaker at the cemetery. He does odd jobs for me in return for his room and board. He's not very bright, so I let him have the shack around at the back of the house.
Just put that hay up about a month ago. Wouldn't know nothing about it, except the cows got it there and started eating around.
You don't have any idea how long it's been here, do you, Sam?
No. Go on, you silly buggers! Eat her all up down,
Do you have any idea whose car this is, Sam?
Well, looks to me like the one that developer fellow was driving a few weeks back. When he was trying to buy up all the land for here in town. Buy, more like steal it. You, fellas still looking for him?
Yeah. He had a missing persons on him for 3 weeks now. It's his, all right.
Why would anyone want to put a nice car like that in there for, huh?
Well, it could be for a lot of reasons, Sam.
Like what?
Well, it's a lot of police jargon that you wouldn't understand.
Bullshit, that's what that is. That's a perfectly good car. Tell me something. What happens if nobody claims her, huh?
I don't know. Why?
Well, it's on my land, that's why. I found her.
Listen, Sam, we'll be sending the truck out here in a couple hours, okay? And, listen, don't touch anything. Hey, you understand?
Go on. Get out of there. Go.
What is it, an old age home?
Told you it's a tourist home. Now, give me a break, will you?
What are you staring at?
Let's see.
Stand there staring at me like I'm some kind of freak or something. Yes?
Hi, kid. Any chance of getting a room tonight? All the hotels in town are filled up.
Yeah, well, 2 of them. Oh, well, we have some fine rooms. Come on in.
You must be the little lady's big sister, eh? Pleased to meet you.
This is Mr. and Mrs. Browning, Grandma. They may be staying the weekend. And this is Mr. Davis.
Hi, how do you do, sir? Oh, you're gonna love it here. They can't get rid of me. No, sir.
I'll bet.
Mr. Browning, are you here on business or pleasure?
Well, a little of both. I'm a salesman for Conklin Appliances. You know, you won't believe this, but...
Right, sport. He won't believe it.
Isn't she just terrific?
Well, Heather, why don't you show Mr. and Mrs. Browning their room?
Yeah, good idea. Yeah, let's take a look at the old digs, okay? Boy, I love these old places. Lots of character, you know what I mean?
Don't be dawdling around. Go.
They're nice.
Now, isn't this just a pit? Now it's gonna rain.
Come on, Gloria, it's not so bad.
Not so bad. Not so bad. Not so good, buddy. Not so good.
Shit, Gloria, you're going to spoil our weekend just because we don't stay in an hotel.
Well, this place gives me the creeps.
Come on, babe. They're nice folks. Do you good to rub shoulders with them. Come on, give me a big kiss.
Tell you what, Harry. Next time you want to go away for a weekend, do me a favor, okay? Bring the wife and kids along. They'd love it here. You can go fishing with Mr. Davis. Your fun-loving wife can chat up dear Mrs. Chalmers. And dear little Miss Alice in Wonderland can look after your kids. How about that?
James, I promise.
Snooping, throwing rocks. I don't want kids around this house.
But Heather isn't a child.
I'm warning you, woman. That girl had better leave or I'll take care of her. Get out of here, scrubby rubbers.
He mustn't catch her, or even go near her. Mustn't let anyone see you.
No, Mrs. Chalmers, where are we right now?
I see.
Now, do you recall just exactly how many times he came by?
Well, it's hard to remember. In my case, he came by a couple of times.
4 times. He came by 4 times.
Yes, that's right. Kept persisting. I told him that I couldn't possibly sell the place. I mean, what would I tell James?
Can you remember anything else, Mrs. Chalmers? Anything?
Oh, just that he wasn't a very nice man.
He even wanted to move the cemetery someplace.
James wouldn't like that.
Have you heard anything from your husband at all, Mrs. Chalmers?
No, but I expect we will soon.
Well, I understand. Well, thank you very much. You've been a lot of help. Have a nice day.
My goodness, Joe, you look real handsome in your uniform.
Hi, Miss Tanner. How are you?
Well, you know, I had the flu a couple of weeks ago, and it's left me with these dizzy spells. It scares the life out of me.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I think you're going to have to move your car. You've got me blocked off here.
Oh, so I have. Oh, Maud, love, how are you? I just came over to find out about the polish. Maud, how are you, love?
Mr. Browning, wake up. Mr. Browning, come on, wake up. Shame on you, sleeping here all night like this, and just look at the mess that you've made. I'm not going to have my house turned into a beer parlor. Now, I want you out today.
Oh, Jesus, it's 9:30. Look, I got an appointment in town, so you tell Florrie I'll see you this afternoon sometime, okay? Tell the kid to clean up the mess, and I'll give her $1 later.
Who was that?
Just one of the guests. Mr. Browning said he had an appointment, that he'd see you later.
Great. What am I supposed to do around here all day?
Well, breakfast is all over. You have to get yourself something in the kitchen.
Oh, I never eat a thing before noon. Makes me feel sick.
I was just looking for some paint for the boats. Grandma said I'd find some in here.
Bye, Maud.
Oh, my God. Flowers.
Just look at them. Oh, I just love beautiful things. Where do they come from?
I make them for the local stores.
Oh, can I have this tiger lily?
Oh, I just love wearing flowers in my hair.
Hey. I sure dig the decor of this place. It's got real class.
Yes, this was the slumber room when we had the funeral home.
Funeral home? You gotta be kidding. God, no wonder I felt so strange in this place. Oh, no offense, mind you. I mean, I really like the color scheme. And it's so clean.
Cleanliness is next to godliness, Mrs. Browning.
Yeah.
Just come with me, Mrs. Browning.
Okay.
Come on this way, children.
Well, aren't you the lucky little girl? Grandma certainly likes to keep you busy.
Well, I don't mind. That's why I'm here.
Know where I can rest my weary bones and get a little sun?
Well, if you follow this path here up the hill, you'll come to the quarry. Everybody goes there. Come on, I'll show you.
This is it, huh? This is about exciting as the rest of the place.
Hey, Heather.
Hi, how are you?
Well, hello. Now, this is more like it. Looking for someone to go swimming with?
Hey, do you want to pick up some furniture with me this evening? Take you out for a hamburger afterwards.
Sounds great. What time?
Pick you up maybe around 7:30.
Look, I'll see you around.
It's nice meeting you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I got this table off Pete. You got to take a look at this. Come on, it's over the van.
That's what I like to see. Big, strong man doing a man's work. What's your name? It's gotta have a name.
Billy Hibbs.
No, Billy? You're gonna turn me on if you keep up all that He-Man stuff. Ah, look at me, Billy. You like the way I look? I asked you a question, Billy. You like the way I look? Yeah. You like to look at my body, don't you? Would you like to touch me? You'd like to make love to me, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you?
Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to get you on the box for a half hour.
Turn it off. I had to do some real intense thinking.
You what?
You know what I learned the past couple of weeks, Fred? You know that real estate fella? Well, he was trying to buy up everything from here to the main highway. Now, that's nearly 2,000 acres.
Yeah, so?
So what for? Now, if we knew that, we'd probably know why he disappeared.
Joe, will you forget about that real estate guy?
Forget? We've had 6 missing person reports in the past 2 years, and we don't have a lead on one of them.
Do you know how many people are missing all over America every day of the year? There are thousands, that's how many. And most of them disappear because they want to disappear.
But this is a small community.
Yeah. Yeah, a nice, quiet little town. So will you quit making like the FBI? Joe, I don't like to have to remind you that you're still on probation here.
But I'm just trying to get down to the bottom.
No, Joe. Just go out and give some tickets, will you? Go on. To the tourists. And Joe.
What?
Keep the radio on.
Yeah. Cup of coffee, please.
Hey, Joey. Sorry, you arrested anyone today?
That's the trouble right here. Around this town takes me seriously. Y'all treat me like I'm a hometown kid.
Well, that's what you are.
Well, look, I'm on the police force now, and people should start showing a little respect. Hear about that developer's car being found?
Yeah?
Well, the sheriff and Frank aren't even concerned. The guy's just trying to lose himself.
Well, that is a pretty good place to hide a car. I mean, that wouldn't be found until winter, right? That would give him a pretty good head start to wherever he was going.
Oh, come on, Rick. I mean, why wouldn't the guy just leave his car in the city in a car lot or something? Why bring it all the way out here?
It's pretty hard to lose a Porsche in the city. You know, a Chevy, a Ford, maybe. Not a Porsche.
Get your hat off the counter, Joe. Smarten up.
See what I mean? Come on, let's go. Okay, then answer me this. Why is the guy going to hustle so much trying to make deals with all the locals if he's suddenly going to make himself disappear?
To throw people off the track. Everyone but you, it seems.
Go ahead and make jokes, but I still think I'm onto something.
Yeah, sure, like the time you thought the gas station was being robbed. All they were doing was moving the stock. It was out of Billy. What's this?
You're parking in a no parking zone.
Yeah, but I'm your brother.
Well, I gotta set a good example.
Wait till Mom hears about this, Joey.
There now.
Here comes something nice for the children. There you go.
That was good.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Grandma, no, I will look after this. You're going to be late.
I've still got a few minutes. I'd like to speak to you for a moment. I believe I made myself quite clear this morning. I asked you to leave my house by evening.
I paid for the weekend, and the weekend ends tomorrow.
Now look, I am not going to have two people staying in my house who live in sin. Now your relationship is immoral. Now please leave.
Tomorrow.
Come on, Harry. We're going to be late for the dance. Good night, Mrs. Chalmers. See you in the morning.
You're shoving.
Get your hands off me, you jerk!
Buddy, get your hands off the lady, huh? Says me. Says me.
Did you see him push me? He was going to
Apologize. Yeah?
Yeah.
You gonna make me? Yeah, I'm gonna make you. Said get real, buddy.
Oh, hey! Turn up that roller on the left and we'll come to the quarry. While I drink my beer, 'cause I don't wanna be near that goddamn funeral.
Can I see you again? Soon?
Sure.
back. Well, I've been just worried sick about you. Now, where have you been until this hour?
Well, we were just driving around, Grandma, and then there was this big fight at the dance hall. All kinds of police there and everything.
Well, now, look. I am responsible for you, Heather. Now, your mother wouldn't approve of this. Supposing she telephoned and you weren't here.
She lets me date.
Well, your grandfather never let her date at your age. He wouldn't approve of this? Oh, well. We won't tell him, will we?
Grandma? Who are you talking to in the basement?
I wasn't talking to anybody. Now, come on, young lady. Up to bed. Get some sleep.
Mr. Burns, over here, and this is your chair here.
Why, Miss Chalmers, how do you do?
Oh, I'm just fine.
Grandma? Mr. and Mrs. Browning must have left last night. Their car is gone and their beds are still made up.
Good. Good riddance to bad rubbish. Well, I'm going into town now. You want to come with me?
Oh, well, Rick is coming over
Oh, all right, all right. I understand. Well, I won't be long, dear.
Oh, Miss Chalmers, mind if I catch a ride with you?
Mr. Davis, you're not going fishing today.
No, I have a few things to do in town. Maybe go fishing this evening.
Well, Heather says the boat's all finished.
Good. Now I can get to the deep water where the big ones are.
Well, I must say, I think it's remarkable, Mrs. Chalmers, how independent you are and able to cope without your husband.
You learn pretty early in life, Mr. Davis, when you're married to an undertaker. People can be very insensitive, you know, and they've got foolish attitudes concerning the funeral profession.
I can imagine people can be very cruel sometimes.
They never got to James, though. He claimed that God's work wasn't easy, and he ignored them. Each loved one got his full attention. Oh, my. He used to make them look so good, you know.
No matter how old or how sick. Mr. Chalmers considered a funeral sacred. Once a person was dead, they were in God's hands. You know, some people wanted to photograph their dead folk, but Dad wouldn't allow it. There was one exception, though. A young boy, must have been about 8 or 9. Family was so poor that they'd never had a picture taken of the lad. Imagine. Oh, they were so pleased to have a picture to remember him by. I'll never forget it. Dad, Mr. Chalmers, had that sensitivity about him.
And, what happened to him?
He died a few years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
That's not necessary, Mr. Davis. God has appointed each of us a special time. Where would you like to get off?
Oh, anywhere right here by the library would be fine.
Hi, Georgia. This is lovely to see you.
How are you? How are you keeping?
How are the flowers? They were marvelous.
Oh, is that right?
I sold everyone.
Wow, what a lot of neat stuff. Press backs and that table must have been solid opal.
Well, I don't know if she wants to sell them, Rick, but I'll talk to her.
What about the cellar? Anything down there?
Well, Grandma keeps the padlock on the door.
What for?
I don't know. Guess because they're strangers. Oh, well, you know how little old ladies are, Rick.
Yeah. Yeah, I know another way. Come on. There used to be another door around here somewhere. Come on. Oh, it doesn't look like anyone's been around here for a while.
Rick, I don't think she'd want you creeping around like this.
This is where the bodies were brought in. Hey, come on, it's open.
I don't want to go in.
Maybe there's a body inside?
I don't think that's funny, Rick. Rick?
Look at this old thing, will ya? Exactly as it was left. You know, your granddad was the only one in the district who had a Cadillac hearse. Wow. Look, the thing's only gone 3,657 miles. Motor's hardly even broken in. Must have been an accident or something. Hey, what you got?
A necklace. Someone with initials HD. Wonder who HD was.
Probably fell off a corpse.
Ooh, that's all? You think that really happened?
Why else would it be here then? Here.
I don't want it.
It's just a necklace, silly. Oh.
Come on, let's get out of here.
You know, your grandma should sell this old thing. You know, before the tires rot and the engine seizes up.
And so the collectors like to borrow cars like that and restore them.
What were you doing in the garage?
Well, I told you. We were just looking at the old furniture in the loft. Oh, and Rick wanted to know if there was any more in the cellar.
The cellar? You didn't go down in the cellar.
No, but that's how we saw the hearse in the garage.
You must never go down in the cellar. Do you understand?
Yes.
Get all your business done in town?
Oh, sure. Yeah, it would sure be nice, especially from a boat instead of from the pier there. Okay, thank you.
What are you thinking about?
When we were kids, we used to come here and scare ourselves about that old house and what was inside.
You know, I only saw my grandfather a couple of times, and I was very small. I don't really remember him. But everyone says he was nice. Tell me about my grandfather.
What do you want to know?
About when you were a kid.
Oh, you really put me on the spot, you know.
Well, I want to know.
Well, I can remember this one time. Must have been 7, 8 years old. Just over there. In the field. We'd come here hanging around, making up crazy stories and yelling names. We just brats.
Do you see any dead people? No, but my brother says when you die, they put a big needle in your heart, just to make sure. I'm supposed to be home at 8. I better leave. Chicken liver. Come on over here. There's another window.
Well, what do we got here?
Let me go. Let me go. We did it. Please, Mr. Chalmers, let me go. Please.
I teach them a lesson they'll never forget.
I got to go home. My mom's waiting for me. Mr. Chalmers, we're sorry. Let me go.
Ah, you want to see the dead people, eh? Oh, there. Down there.
Nice rat. Gotta teach you a lesson once and for all.
Beat it.
I'm gonna lock you up with the dead people. And keep you there.
Where are you? Hey! Where are you? You're not going to get away. I'll find you. I'll find you. And when I do...
James, good Lord. What are you doing? What have you done to those boys? What have you done to those boys?
Go on, leave me alone, you think. Leave me alone.
He was just plain mean. And he had a bad drinking problem, too. People said he was a pretty unhappy man. Maybe that's what happens to you when you're in that line of work. Somebody's got to do it, though, right?
Heather, now your mother phoned again tonight, dear, when you were out. Now you're going to have to stop coming home so late. You're welcome to come in and have tea with this young man.
No. Rick has to get up early tomorrow, and so do we.
Mr. Davis. How are you today?
Oh, fine, thank you, just fine. Is Constable Yates in?
No, he's not. Can I help you?
Well, I was wondering if maybe you had any more information for me. I gathered from our last conversation that you might have.
No, nothing. I checked around myself, and she worked at the cafe down the street for approximately 3 months during the fall about 2 years ago. And she left the same way she came.
Well, I've been hearing some gossip around town, and I don't know quite what to make of it.
Look, Mr. Davis, this is a very small town, and a lot of very bored people live here. And during the off-season, there's not much else for them to do but sit around and talk. So just take whatever you hear with a grain of salt, all right?
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for your trouble, Sheriff.
No trouble at all, sir. Goodbye.
Excuse me. I'm Barry Oakes.
Huh? What can I do for you?
I understand you've been asking a few questions around town. I think maybe I could help you.
Yeah? What?
Well, you know, this cool beer would help to freshen the memory.
Oh, sure. Yes, of course. Come on.
Yeah, sure.
Now, please, be very careful when you unload them because they crush easily.
Oh, Grandma, will you relax?
Now, you mind what I say.
You're such a worrywart, just like Mom.
And come straight home, because Hibbs will need the truck.
Your friend, the Undertaker.
Not funny.
Come on, Heather. All you do is mope.
I know. Guess it's that house. Grandma. She lives in the past, always talking about my grandfather and giving his opinion about everything. As if he were still alive. I mean, she just doesn't have a mind of her own. It's always his opinion.
Why don't you come to my brother's place tonight? Get away from that house.
Maybe. Rick, what would you say if I told you I've heard voices coming from the basement? People arguing. Say I'm crazy, huh?
I say you're coming to my brother's place tonight. You're getting away from that house. You're letting it get to you.
It wouldn't be that way if Grandma had Grandpa. It's awful the way he just disappeared. Nobody knowing what happened to him.
Come off it, Heather. Everybody knows about your grandfather.
What? What are you talking about?
Your grandfather. He ran off with another woman. If you want to keep saying he disappeared, okay.
Thank you very much.
Ran off with another woman. That's a lie. A dirty lie, and you know it.
You really didn't know, did you?
Oh, I don't believe you.
Heather, when your grandmother was hospitalized with a nervous breakdown, your grandfather, he met another woman and he ran off with her.
It's a lie. A lie. And I don't believe all those things you said about my grandfather when you were kids either.
It's just tremendous when you think about it. And it's so wonderful to be able to study the Word of God and to see exactly what God is teaching. Now, Paul proceeds.
Mr. Davis, you're just in time for a cup of evening tea.
Oh, no, thank you. I'm just off a little evening fishing. I just thought I'd look in on you first.
Well, it's a lovely night for it. Do you know that Mr. Chalmers used to love to sit out on the veranda and have his evening tea? Yeah.
Mrs. Chalmers.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of a woman called Helena Davis? She's my wife, and I've been looking for her, and
traced her right to this town and to this house. I've been talking to some people in town, and they told me that my wife ran off with your husband. See, they disappeared at the same time, Mrs. Chalmers, and that can't be just a coincidence, now, can it?
I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking rubbish. Mr. Chalmers and I could never abide vicious gossip.
Oh, please, Mrs. Chalmers, I know this must be very difficult for you, but I think it's best we talk about it. After all, we might be able to help each other.
Now, listen, that's enough of this nonsense. Now, just stop it. I've never heard of a Helena.
I don't want to upset you, but today, in town, I met a man who knew your husband and Helena.
No more gutter talk. I will not stand by and listen to vicious gossip about my husband.
His name is Barry Oakes. Used to odd jobs around town here. Now, you do know him, don't you, Mrs. Chalmers? He told me he was working right here in your house the night before they disappeared, working on the barn. And when he was about to leave,
All lies. Chalmers was a fine gentleman.
I'm not suggesting...
I don't know why you're trying to hurt me with your stories,
Please,
Mr.
I'm not
Davis.
trying to hurt you, believe me.
I thought that you were a kind person.
Please.
But you turned out to be just like all the rest.
I'm sorry. Please.
And what about you, Hibbs? Huh? What do you know about all this? Maybe everything, huh? How about it, Hibbs? You want to talk to me?
I don't know nothing.
I'm sure you've been a great help to Mrs. Chalmers since her husband, disappeared. Strange, wasn't it? How he disappeared like that. Right into thin air. But I guess you don't know anything about it, do you? No, I guess not.
What do you want?
I seem to have lost something. I thought it might be in there.
Your grandmother had me put on a new lock. I have to get the key from her.
Yes. Yes, I'll do that.
Hello? Who's that? Look, would you just drop the light down a little, please? No, look. Please. Who is that? Hey!
Mr. Davis would leave without saying a word. It's just not like him not to say goodbye.
He probably had his reasons.
Well, he's obviously not coming back. All of his things are gone.
Well, this is a tourist home, dear. People come and go. Mustn't become so attached to the guests, dear.
Mr. Davis was different. He was our friend.
He was a guest, dear. Just like all the others.
But... I guess so.
Hi!
Hi, where's your swimsuit?
Got it on.
I gotta go home and I gotta pick mine up. Okay, I think I have it all. If we come up with anything, we'll contact you, Mr. Price. Thank you.
All right, are you going to tell me or are you going to sit there smirking all day?
We got another one. Traveling salesman by the name of Harry Browning. He was supposed to have been through here last weekend, and he hasn't been heard of since.
So the guy's a salesman. Maybe he went on to another town.
That was his boss. He was supposed to be back at work Monday morning, and the last time they heard from him was 5 days ago. When he telephoned from here.
Hey, Pete, what do you say? How you doing? Hi, Linda. Wow, the finesse of the two love birds.
Hi, Linda. You been in the water yet?
Are you kidding? Linda going swimming and get her bathing suit wet? No way!
Oh, isn't he a big tickle? What are you doing?
Come on, I want a picture of your beautiful buck. It's for my locker door.
Why don't you buy yourself a picture of Farrah Fawcett?
Hey, what's the matter? It's Linda. She dove in right after you. She hasn't even surfaced yet. What?
my brother.
You young fella rescued the girl.
Well, Rick and I both did.
Good work. I understand they stayed at your grandmother's home the night before they died. Joe?
Yeah?
Why don't you go over and have a talk with Mrs. Chalmers?
Right.
Just go.
Conversation was short and to the point. I told them to leave, and they agreed.
Well, did anyone else speak to them?
Well, I suppose so. But I was probably the last, if that's what you mean.
I wonder, do you think I could see the room they stayed in?
Well, don't be silly. What for?
Oh, it's just routine. I'm supposed to check these kind of things out.
I have known you since you were a little boy, Joe Yates. Now, do you think that I'm hiding something?
No, it's not that. It's just that, well, Sheriff Ray, I mean, he asked me to come down and check a few things out.
Well, you can tell Sheriff Ray from me that I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm surprised at both of you.
Yes, ma'am. Could I see the room now, ma'am?
Oh, very well.
Grandma, Rick and I are going to the hospital to see how Linda is.
Well, mind you're not late.
Well, we have to make sure that they didn't leave anything behind. Wonder if I might ask Mr. Davis a few questions.
He left last night.
He left? He was... That's strange.
Why do you say that?
It's nothing. I was just thinking out loud. Was there anyone else staying here during that period?
Oh, just the Burns family, but they left yesterday also.
Well, I wonder if I might get Mr. Davis and the Burns family's addresses, and that'll be fine. Come on. Everything's gonna be okay.
It's just all so horrible. Dying like that in the car, and then poor Linda finding them.
Well, it's all over now. I guess it's just best to forget about it.
Remember what I told you about those voices in the cellar?
Yeah?
Well, there's somebody down there. I know my grandmother's hiding someone.
Heather.
Oh, Rick, please, you've got to listen to me. I'm telling the truth. There is something wrong in that house. Something evil.
You still think your grandmother's hiding someone down there?
Oh, Rick, I've heard her talking to him. Look, my grandmother is afraid of something, and I think it's down in that cellar.
Okay, look. After we see Linda, I'm coming home with you, and we're going to take a look around down there. Then maybe we'll clear up this nonsense once and for all. Do you feel better now?
Afraid.
Come on.
jack, 1 box of small tools, bread, briefcase, beer cans, and cables. Notice anything strange, Frank?
No.
There's no luggage, no personal belongings.
Well, they only went away for the weekend.
Yeah, but you gotta brush your teeth. You're gonna wear the same socks for 3 days?
I'm not. But since I've been on the force, nothing surprises me anymore. Well, look, the whole engine got tore out. It's probably all still at the bottom of the quarry.
No, the divers checked out the whole area.
Cat. Puss, 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 puss. Puss, 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 puss. Nice cat.
Every time I go to there, Professor, I know the people. Mrs. Johnson, I never know it. Puss, puss, puss. Mr. Chalmers, is that you? Mr. Chalmers? Billy here. Mr. Chalmers, you down here? Mr. Chalmers?
lights are out. Grandma's probably gone to bed.
I could check the cellar, like I said.
It's too late. Maybe tomorrow. Besides, I feel a little better now.
Are you sure?
See you tomorrow, then. Well, maybe we could have a Coke before you go. I guess it's not that late.
Sure.
Grandma? Are you down here? Come on, Rick, let's get out of here. Come on, Rick, let's go. Rick, please, let's go.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Yes, you stupid brat. Now you're going to pay. I got a picture of something you won't forget. Super on my Humphreys. Mind your own business and they pay the price. Now mind your own business now, eh, hooligan? I stupid and good, eh? Evil, stupid. The other little snoop who ignored the warnings. Wouldn't he? Had your nose everywhere, didn't you?
People will mind their own business. Always snooping. Interfering.
Now it's you. Now it's your turn. I'm going to take care of you now. You little beggar, you know I'm going to find you!
James, the child is frightened. You mustn't.
Shut up!
You meddling fool.
Shut up! You're always making excuses for them.
Where are you, dear?
brother's van, so somebody's got to be around. Just what do you think you're going to find? I don't know, but that luggage has got to be somewhere. No, come on.
Oh, what are you doing here? What are you doing here, dear? Heather? Shh. Oh, don't cry. Look at that.
Mrs. Chalmers?
What is it?
Mrs. Chalmers?
Yes.
I see you found your husband.
Oh, yeah. James is here.
Guess we won't have to look for him anymore, will we? Flowers look beautiful.
Thank you, Joe.
Should we go upstairs and we'll talk about it?
Will I make some tea?
Well, Mrs. Chalmers had been in an institution for 6 months with a nervous breakdown. She arrived home that night shortly after Barry Oakes had left. She found her husband with a strange woman. Now, she went completely out of her head, and, well, she's as strong as any 3 men I know around these parts. Now, she cornered them in the garage, got him first, and then she finished off Lena Davis.
Pretty gruesome stuff. But why did she preserve him that way?
Well, they'd been living together for so long that she said that she just couldn't bear the thought of not having him around to talk to. So she apparently pickled the old guy, and then she went on with life as though nothing ever happened.
And what's all this?
Well, we're still looking for 4 other people who disappeared shortly after that. Mr. Davis is exactly where she said he'd be, along with his wife. So we figure we better just dig them all up. You never know.